Our advisory and consulting department is interesting, and clients tend to like to see what kind of value they get from our advisory and consulting department. We operate in what I call many shades of gray along the value chain. Well, what we provide is, number one, a solutions-oriented approach that brings best in class, a comparison to best in class to get you there. And it also brings you the ability to think outside the box. Think outside the box to solve some of your problems, especially around process, especially around operations, especially around coming in, looking. If we had, for example, an internal audit, we decided to incorporate a software development project methodology in how we run our projects and engagements, okay? And it's called the Agile methodology. Clients love it because it was a forward-thinking option to be able to keep your projects and deliverables on track and providing the maximum amount of communication along the way to clients. And clients love communication. They don't like surprises in consulting, and allow the clients to be able to participate in our activities associated with those project management activities. Now, that's one huge differentiator for us, especially in the internal audit, co-source, and outsourcing space. The other differentiator is we take a strategic, business-oriented approach to every job that we do with a process improvement overlay. That is the difference in a consulting practice that clients perceive to provide value. For example, if we were to come in and we were looking at, let's say we were looking at the efficiencies around an enterprise resource planning system, okay? An ERP, as you call it. When you're looking at the processes around the ERP, those processes typically need to change when you go from a legacy system into a server-based, client server-based system that the ERPs are. Well, we have the ability, because of various processes and activities we've seen in an ERP environment, to be able to come in and overlay improvements and reorganizing and rearranging those processes to fit the technological improvements that are on the table in terms of that ERP. That takes a little bit of thinking outside the box. That takes what Southwest Airlines did. You know, years ago, Southwest Airlines, the way they ended up being the premier airplane in terms of turning around airplanes when they come into a tarmac, when they come into the tarmac and pull into the gate, their turn was about 10 minutes. Well, they benchmarked Southwest Airlines against NASCAR, okay? Meaning that when those cars come into those pits, you got a bunch of people working on one car and the car gets out of the pit just like that. That's the way they structured their turnaround of the aircraft. And that's called benchmarking outside the box. There's no postulate, principle, or standard that says you have to do it a certain way. That's what the consulting department and advisory is all about. There is no prescriptive method. You can be creative, and there are a range of solutions that you can bring to a particular problem. So that's the way I would characterize that.